What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Veteranbassin. The weather has been a little bit hectic out there. It's been raining all week, so I haven't really been able to get out there and fish. So I was advised by a friend of mine on a video to do. And the video I'm going to do, bumping the fan, but a video, I can't talk right now. A video I'm going to do is how to spool up, how to spool up your bait caster. And you'd be surprised how many people really don't know as far as spooling up a bait caster. Which will bring me to another video as far as tuning your bait caster, which I might do for my next video. So, tuning your bait caster. First thing you need to do is want to have a bait caster. Second, you want to have your line. And I'm not sponsored by anybody. I will tell you it's 12-pound fluorocarbon. But other than that, I'm not sponsored by anybody, you know. So, yeah, your line. Now, the thing with bait casters is get you a little good bit out. Get you a good bit out. Now, you can use any kind of I kind of like use my foot sometimes, or I'll take the box that it came in, put the line back in there. Alright, I'll take the box, and the box will hold the line straight. I think I just showed you what it was. But in any case, it is what it is. To feed your line through. Now, on to, let me get this right, make sure I can see it. On to spooling up your bait caster. Now, the older models of the bait caster, a lot of them don't come with it, but if you look inside, you'll see those little holes, right? And then you'll see that hole in the very front where you, let me come into focus, where your line will actually go through when you feed it through. Now, I always go from the first eye. From the first eye. I'll bring it down in the first eye. I can actually do this a whole lot quicker when I'm not showing how to do it. Alright, make sure you got line fed through. You know what? I don't know why I do that. I will lick the tip of my line like I'm threading a needle, but I just realized that I do that. But in any case, you feed your line through, and those little holes, you want to go into one of those little holes. And make sure that you have enough line so that when you actually that when you start to feed it through with your reel, it pulls the line over. Pulls the line over. Now, let me get this line so it's easier for me. Do I got it? No, I do not. Doggone it. Does this 100 times and then do a video and can't do it once. Alright, come here. There we go. Now, securing the line to your rod, I like to start off with a simple overhand knot. Simple overhand knot. You know, it ain't nothing that you got to be technical about. Well, it is kind of, but simple overhand knot. Kind of like you tying your shoes. Same way, right? And I like to have that as close to the tip of the line as I can get it. And I cinch it down. You'll have that little knot right here. All right. So next is what I do is I get my line. Let me get the line off and around my feet. I'll get the line. Feed me a little bit more line. There we go. And I will do another overhand knot, but it'll be more like a slip knot. So all of this is all one main line. So I'll take the line, you'll see, well, it's hard for you to see, there's a loop there. End. And I'll come through that loop and I'll tie another overhand knot. But you gotta make sure that that knot that you tied originally passed through that opening, and you cinch that down. Now at that point, all you really gotta do is take your line and pull it tight. Pull it straight tight down. As soon as I can get it down here. Pull it tight until that knot meets like that. Oh, nope, there we go. Now it met. Now, you can cut your tag end off. Most time, I do. And it's better for you to cut the tag end off so as that you don't have any catches in it. So let me do that. And at that point, you start spooling. Now, the one thing you need to remember is when you're spooling a baitcaster is this. The same way your reel, well, your spool here, well, I can't show it. There we go. The same way that your spool here turns, you want the line to come off of the spool here. You want the line to come off of this in the same direction that it's going on this. So let's get started. And hold your line, you know what I'm saying, have a little tension as it goes on. It makes it a whole lot better for you. So, spooling line on a baitcaster is a little different than spooling on a spinning setup. I might do a video about that. I'm not too sure yet, but now as you spooling the line up, you should have one fluid motion, one even distribution of the line going across. It should come off very simple and go on, come off the spool here and onto this spool fairly quick and easy. And you want to spool or put enough line on. To be all honest with you, now there are times where I use a braid deleter, depending on what I'm going to be using the rod for. And if that's the case, I always want to go with a monofilament backing first. No more than probably 2 to 3 turns of my reel for monofilament. At that point, I like to put on my braid. And I will spool up about 30-40 yards of the braid, and the rest with fluorocarbon if I'm cranking, or monofilament, depending on your preference. That's what I would like to do. So let's finish spooling this up real quick like. Now, as you're spooling up, you don't want too much line on your reel. Too much line can cause a problem, and it can cause a lot of backlash. You want to leave about about an eighth of an inch space, and I'll show you that in just a second. But you want to leave a little space on there because, you know, it helps with, you know, backlash. Also, the diameter of the line dictates that also as far as how much you want to put on. Alright, that's about enough right there. Now, if you can look, let me see if I can show you, get a little closer. You can see where the line is compared to that little siding there is where you want to see. About that much line left. Now, what I think I like to do after that is I like to pull just a couple of more feet of line off. If this will act right, and I'm having a hard time right now. There we go. So, try it again. Pull out a few, about that much, and cut your line at that point. At that point, you're just going to be feeding it through the guides. I got a good dental plan. Don't try that at home. But feed your line through your guides, and tie on your lure. You know, spooling up a rod is not that hard. It's not, you know, it's not that confusing really. You know, if you have the time, if you know what to do, it shouldn't be that hard as far as spooling up your line. And I actually planning on taking this time. And if you hear the AC in the background, please forgive me. It's been very hot down here in the south, and it's just been a monstrous summer. So, line is fed through. Now this setup here is most of the time my weightless setup. So 9 times out of 10, most of the time, because I'm using the Cinco here, which also I use the Palomar knot to tie that on, just so you remember that. I think I did a video about it, but if not, here we go. I don't remember if I did do a video about it, but Palomar knot, again, you go through your eye, go back through the eye, different way, but you know, to the point where you have a loop on one side and your tag in your main line on the other side. I need a little bit more line. Again, most of my knots, it's all, you tie a simple overhand knot. Again, loop, tag in. You tie a simple overhand knot. Without losing everything, and I just dropped my tag in. Okay. I promise you I know what I'm doing. I promise you I do. Tie overhand knot. Okay. There's your loop in. run your bait or your hook and bait through the lure through the loop. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. There we go. And cinch it down. And then take off your tag end. And that's it. That's it. Spooling a bait caster as simple as possible. It's not hard. The next video I'll probably do is fine-tuning your rod for casting. That way you don't get as many backlashes or blow-ups. Until next time, the weather is real bad. I wish I could be out there fishing, but Mother Nature and the good Lord said otherwise. If you like the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like, and comment on anything else you would like to see. I'm sorry I had to be inside at this time. Oh, don't forget to hit that notification bell. I can't talk, not today. It's been a mess, but Veteranbassin, we love you out there. Oh, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Much love. We out.